What's going on, everyone, and welcome to my long-awaited kind of next Cup Series roster predictions video. Last one I made was in 2018. I was going to make one for the 2019 season and then kind of forgot about it, and I just didn't care anymore because 2018 was an utter disaster of a season, and then I never made one for 2020 or 2021. But we're back here once again to take a look at 2022, the next-gen era. I think the main reason I've been doing this is because there's been a lot of shakeups in the silly season. So might as well put out my predictions. I mean, it's July. It's kind of that point in time where a lot of predictions are going to start coming in anyways. So, yep. And like I said, this is a predictions video. It is not set in stone. So, if you see something in here you do not think is going to happen, or I make a claim that's not going to be realistic, do not be hasty in the comment section. Do not get angry at me. I am just having some silly opinions, and you know I'm terrible at them. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the drivers and a couple of the sponsors. Not all of them, though, because, of course, every car has to have like 20 sponsors nowadays. So let's go ahead and get started with my predictions. Again, predictions, not fact. Let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with the 00 car, Quin, Houff, and Gray Gaulding. It's going to be sort of a split operation now. Gray Gaulding is going to run a few races. Sponsorship may entail Tractor Supply is going to double down on their sponsorship and sponsor a couple races. And then Panini Trading Cards are going to be driving, or kind of on the car with Gray Gaulding when he runs his races. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the 00 car. No more one car! And I'll explain why later on, but Austin Cindric has been confirmed to be driving the number 2 car with Verizon as the main sponsor, while also Pertec, Money Lion, and Menards will be sponsoring a few races as well. Yep, if you're wondering all the other sponsorship Scout Tire and Keystone Light, you'll figure out later on. Austin Dillon returned to number 3, Bass Pro Shops in Dow, sponsoring as normal, but also AC Delco will return to sponsor a few races, including a Darlington throwback race as well. Sort of a little bit of a throwback to the old days of RCR and BEI. Kevin Harvick will return for what will be either his second to last or his last season, depending on how well the remainder of this season goes. There has been many rumors that he will be retiring in the near future to spend more time with family, but pretty much nothing has changed here. Mobil 1, Hunt Brothers Pizza, and Busch will be the sponsors for the year as well. Jimmy John's might be a little bit of an iffy because I haven't really been sponsoring as much, but maybe. Moving on, Kyle Larson returns to number 5 car. HendrickCars.com will be sponsoring once again here with a brand new paint scheme. Yes, I know it's Casey Kane car for 2013, but I think it'll look pretty nice. And Valvoline will also be expanding their sponsorship deal for a few more races as well. And Ryan Newman in his farewell tour in his final year with Oscar Mayer, Guaranteed Rate, and Castrol sponsoring the car. Here, the number 6 car, hoping to get one more victory under his belt before the end of his career. Corey Lajole will be returning once again here with Schulter Systems, Nation Guard, and DiGiorno will be coming on to sponsor the 7 car for a few races as well. Tyler Reddick returns once again here with Caterpillar going back to being the full-time sponsor and pretty much being the main sponsor for the 8 car. Cheddar Scratch Kitchen, Lenovo, and Alsco will also be sponsoring as well. Chase Elliott with a brand new paint scheme coming in. Once again here, nothing much has changed sponsorship-wise. Pretty much all the sponsorships we saw this year will be coming back next year. And lastly, even though it was a little bit skeptical at first if Almirola was going to be staying at the number 10 car, but he will, as Smithfield will continue to sponsor the team for the near future. Number 11 for Denny Hamlin, once again coming back. FedEx, OfferPad, and Domino's will be expanding their sponsorship regime and sponsoring for a few races in the number 11. Ryan Blaney will be returning to the number 12 car with Advanced Auto Parts and getting Keystone Light as a sponsorship, along with Menards and Body Armor like this year. If you're wondering what happened to Dex Imaging, you'll find out soon. The number 13 team will be returning with David Starr, and Riley Herbst will be making a few starts in the 13 car as they will make a partnership alliance with Storehouse Racing to sponsor a few races with Terribles as a sponsor. However, it's only going to be a handful of races, more specifically the restrictor plates. Chase Briscoe will be returning for his second year with High Point and Rush Truck Center sponsoring, just like this year. Nothing much has changed. James Davison will become the full-time driver for the 15 car, with an assortment of sponsorships. That's why there's nothing there, because there's just so many, and I don't feel like putting like 80 sponsorships there. AJ Allmendinger will be driving the new 16 car for Colored Racing full-time, with Leaf Filter, Foe, and IHOP will be becoming a sponsorship for the 16 team for a few races as well. I almost chose Justin Haley, but I figured out he was driving it for Spire, so yeah. Chris Buescher will be returning once again with Fastenal, Fifth Third Bank, and Acornis. Just like this year, nothing much has changed from the previous years. Same with Kyle Busch, pretty much the same thing. Same car, same sponsors, nothing much to worry about. As well as Martin Truex Jr., same thing. And Christopher Bell, same thing. Now we move on to the big changes. Harrison Burton has been confirmed to be moving over to the 21 car, with Motorcraft, Dex Imaging, and Dickies coming on to sponsor as well for the near future. Joey Logano returns to the 22. Nothing much has changed there. And then Bubba Wallace returning to the number 23 car for 2311 Racing, with Beats by Dr. Dre coming on to sponsor for a few races as well. William Byron returns once again with Exalta Liberty University, just like this year. Nothing much has changed. Now comes the crazy stuff. Josh Berry will be making a few part-time starts for Hendrick Motorsports, the number 25 Tire Pros car. Not running a full-time season, but will be running a handful of races. And then comes more stuff. Brad Keselowski in the number 26 car, now racing for Roush Racing as an owner-driver, with Discount Tire coming with him, as well as Freightliner and Kohler sponsoring the new number 26 car, sort of throwing back to Jamie McMurray and Johnny Benson, the 26th team, and hopefully the next gen car will help that team out significantly. And more changes. Matt DiBenedetto moves over to drive the second car for 2311 Motorsports. McDonald's coming on to sponsor a car as the primary sponsor once again, and Dr. Pepper as well. And we got Michael McDowell, defending Daytona 500 champion with Love and FRH Auctions. Nothing much has changed there from the 34 team. David Reagan will be making a couple starts once again in what will be his final season in NASCAR. And Ryan Preece in the 37 Kroger car comes back once again. Anthony Alfredo, as many skeptics will be coming on to say that he might not be returning this year, but he will be returning in 2022 with Dude Wipes coming on as a full-time sponsor. Cole Custer, pretty much everything the same as before, with Haas, Code 3, and Wow Wow Plastic Waffles. Jeez, I'm right now I think it's talking about, but anyways, yeah, it's just, my throat is drying up. Turned into a desert in there. But yeah, pretty much, yep, nothing much has changed with the 41 team. As you all know, the 42 team is no more, as Erik Jones will be returning to the 43 car once again here, with U.S. Air Force Tide becoming more of a sponsorship, and STP coming on to sponsor a few more races in 2022. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. returns to 47 with Kroger back again. Alex Bowman and his Nashville paint scheme becoming his full-time paint scheme next season, with Ally and Microsoft will be making a few more sponsorships as well, making a couple more races as the primary sponsor next year. And then comes the shocker. The 50 Money team, the team that was made by Floyd Mayweather, was planning to make a start in 2019, never did, will finally be making its long-awaited debut in 2022 with Ross Chastain as a driver, with the Clover, Everlast, and BetMGM 50 Chevrolet. I think it was because of the next-gen car for that team to finally make its debut next season. Like I said, it's a prediction, it's not guaranteed fact. Cody Ware returns to the 51 car with Nurtec as the full-time sponsor for that team. Josh Bilicki making his return as well in the 52 Insurance King car. Joey Gase returns to the 53 as well. Oh, wrong way. And then Noah Gragson will be making a few starts once again in the 62 Beer Royal Chevrolet, making a couple starts in 2022 with the 62 team. 66 would be various amounts of drivers. Not guaranteed, but that's drivers like Timmy Hill and Chad Fincham will be making some starts in the 66 car. Justin Haley, Walmart, will be finally making its long-awaited jump to full-time sponsorship for the 77 team. And yeah, that's pretty much it about that. BJ McLeod will be returning to the 78 with various sponsorships. Then comes a shocker. GMS Racing makes its Cup Series debut with Sheldon Creed in the 88, long amount of drivers like Buddy Baker, Dale Jarrett, and Dale Jr., and now Sheldon Creed and GMS Racing will be continuing the chapter of the 88 car, with CarQuest coming on to sponsor the team full-time in 2022. Then we got Ty Dillon returning to the number 96 team with Bass Pro Shops and Black Rifle Coffee Company. Will try to make as many starts as they can, but it's not really guaranteed to make every single start. And how about some more shockers? Kurt Busch making its debut, and he will be staying, not really making his debut, what am I talking about? Yeah, Kurt Busch will be returning to the 97 car, returning to his roots for Trackhouse Racing. Essentially, what was remaining of the one car from Ganassi will essentially now become the 97. Sort of a throwback to his original ride at Roush Racing, with Monster Energy and Gear Wrench coming on to sponsor the team for the full 2022 season. And lastly, Daniel Suarez in the Camping World and Bose number 99 car will also be making starts for Trackhouse Racing. And that's pretty much it, I guess. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I know a lot of these predictions were kind of messed up. I know there was a lot of I think Ross Chastain was kind of a bold one because there hasn't really been any confirmed announcements about the 50 team coming to be. But nobody predicted that Brad Keselowski would be racing for Roush or that Trackhouse would buy out Ganassi. So, hey, anything could happen. It's the world of NASCAR. Literally anything can be announced in 2 days. Like, it could be announced that Lewis Hamilton will be making a start, like, tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and see you all next time. Random Cuts 24. I have no idea when that's coming out. I've been extremely busy, but I don't know. Anyways, bye.